Hello, hello, Hidden Hermit here. How's it going? It's been a while. How have you been, world, YouTube, internet, everybody? Yeah, there are various reasons why I haven't been doing this recently, but here I am. I'm back. It's cool. Let's do a random reading, shall we? It's today is Friday, the 31st of May, 2019. The sun is in Gemini. 9 degrees Gemini. The moon is 5-6 degrees Taurus. It's moving pretty rapidly, as the moon is wont to do. Let's just get cracking, shall we? So, who is this reading for? So first we'll do the sun. What is your sun sign? Is it Virgo? Virgo is very popular for the sun sign, I think, for these random readings. Virgos aren't generally greedy, but there you go. Bit of materialism in there. And your moon. The moon sign is Virgo. Look at that. So you Virgo sun, Virgo moon. You were probably born at round about the new moon. Interesting. Interesting. So yeah, Virgo's definitely hogging the limelight there, just a wee bit. Virgo sun, Virgo moon. So is this reading for you? Is it for you, I ask you? Today I'm going to be using the Tarot of Magical Correspondences. Boom, there's the tower. She has been shuffled and cleansed off camera as per usual. Been protected by this lovely piece of purple howlite. And this is the deck that I was using for the month of May. It's an absolutely stunning deck. I mean, just look at that for a start. Ooh. And it basically, I kind of see it as an encyclopedia of magical stuff. So every card has like a plant associated with the vibe of this card, a gemstone, the point on the pentagram, animals, as well as sort of traditional tarot images going on there. It is a fantastic deck. One that I will be using most for reference and learning, to be honest. But I've spent the whole month using it, and I thought, when I say using it, I spent the whole month working with it, but now I'm going to use it for somebody out there. So, Virgo sun, Virgo moon. You must be an incredibly tidy person, or at least you think so. I mean, that new moon could throw a spanner in that perfected works, if you like. But anyway, let's just enough waffle, hermit. Let's just get on with this. So, using the Tarot of Magical Correspondences, Virgo sun, Virgo moon, classic random reading going on here. Nice little snapshot, and it goes like this. This is what's going through your heart and mind at the moment. Here is a situation you are currently facing, or will be facing really soon. This is energies leading up to the situation, energies surrounding the situation as is, and these two cards like to have a good natter between them. And this is a potential outcome or future energies if you change nothing. So let's have a wee look. What is going on with you, Virgo sun, Virgo moon? I'm pretty excited to be using this deck for an actual reading. And yes, it is an unsolicited reading, but let's just see what's going on with you, Virgo. What is going through your heart and mind at the moment? Look at that, it's the 9 of coins. So, interestingly, that is Venus in Virgo. Marvellous. Marvellous. So we get a Virgo card straight away. You must be really happy about that. With your Virgo sun and your Virgo moon, you just, I mean, this is an interesting card, isn't it? The nine of coins and the 9 of pentacles, because Venus is actually in her fall when she gets into Virgo. However, as we all know, the 9 of pentacles is the happiness card. It's all about gain. It's all about and when I say gain, we're thinking about material things. So you've gained some sort of success, some material well-being, some comfort and security, which Earth signs always appreciate. So you're in a happy place at the moment, or at least you will be, or you have been. But yeah, you're coming from a good place. Virgo is feeling very Virgo. Good for you. Good for you. Here is a situation that you will be currently facing pretty soon, or you are facing at the moment. It is the 9 of Swords. Unlucky. Unlucky. And 2 9s altogether. That's interesting, isn't it? So, the 9, we're reaching that point of completion. So you've got this happiness going on here, but pretty soon you're going to be second guessing that happiness, I would imagine. Now, unfortunately, the Nine of Swords is the card that things appear worse than what they actually are. So you're going to be pretty soon thinking, second guessing that happiness. I think. I mean, intuitively, they kind of go together quite well. In that, well, they don't go together quite well at all. I don't know why I said that, but intuitively, I would suggest that you're feeling happy right now. You've come from a happy place, but you're going to be second guessing that happiness. Fortunately, with the Nine of Swords, it's all in your head. You're the maker of your own prison, to be perfectly honest. But let's have a closer look at this Nine of Swords, actually. So there's just so much going on there. You've got a quartz cluster down there. Very Kabbalistic as well. This is made by Eugene Vintitsky. I doubt I've pronounced his name right, but he produces these high quality decks. And one of these other decks is another deck I've got, the Kabbalah Tarot, and the Tree of Life features on every card, and it's just so rich. It's just so, well, I would describe it as sexy. But there you go. But yeah, you've got some quartz there, you've got some mandrake, you've got a hanging bat, hanging from one of these swords indeed. There's that ladder there. You can climb your way out of your mindset, Virgo. It's nothing to worry about. You may have to work through that vibe, but let's see why you've got to this. Why did we get to this Nine of Swords situation? So this is the past card. Energies leading up to the situation as is. It's the Seven of Cups. Okay, so this is interesting, isn't it? The Seven of Cups is all about ephemeral things that you've been using your imagination a lot, but it's almost as if, and yeah, I like this, the occult or hidden intelligence, and we got two Venus cards, Venus and Virgo, Venus and Scorpio, right on top of each other. So maybe your sense of happiness has led you to start wondering about things that, in fact, now I'm saying this out loud, it makes a lot of sense. So Virgo's, I mean, the Virgo vibe isn't. Well, I'm not saying you don't have an imagination. That's ridiculous. Of course, everybody does. But you prefer things to be ordered and practical. And when you start dreaming, as it were, when you start considering things that could be ephemeral things that you might not be able to put your finger on, could potentially lead to this air of uncertainty, of second guessing. It kind of makes sense. So yeah, so you've been considering your hopes and dreams, and this has made you second guess this general feeling of happiness that you've been happily languishing in, let's say. Okay, so energies surrounding the situation as it is the Queen of Cups. Okay, so two Cups cards coming out here, and the Queen of Cups is water of water. So you've been feeling quite emotional about it. All these things that you've been imagining, all these things that you've been allowed to bubble to the surface of your subconscious. Too many things, maybe a little bit too much choice there. Maybe a few things that are slightly out of your grasp, perhaps. But it's coming from an emotional basis. So this idea of second guessing yourself, you've become, I wouldn't say a slave, but you've become entrapped by your own emotion. And Virgos, although they can be very emotional, as could anybody, but they're not keen on showing it. So maybe this very strong, watery, emotional sense has led to this uncertainty that you're feeling. But you know what? It's fine, because you just have to work through it a little bit. And work through it you shall. Let's see what the future, the outcome. Classy, such grace. So this is the energies surrounding the outcome, or what may happen if you change nothing. And it's the moon. Marvelous. So immediately thinking about the moon is currently in Taurus, and of course Taurus is indeed another one of those solid fixed earth, as you like. So the moon, the pesky moon has to come out at this point, and this is a cracking moon card as well, isn't it? As mysterious as the moon is, I do like the back of the head there. You've actually got a sort of crescent moon, a pearl, Anubis, a poppy, lots of stuff going on there. So the moon, pretty much anything can happen, really, couldn't it? You're a Virgo sun and you're a Virgo moon. The moon is currently in Taurus, so it's just going to be a case of looking inside yourself intuitively. You'll get back to this sense of happiness. It's just a bit of a strange circle that you're being on at the moment. If that makes sense. It makes sense to me now that I've said it, but if once you find yourself in the Nine of Swords, you're going to be thinking, oh, what am I doing? What's going on? But it's okay. Trust your guts, which again, I know Virgos aren't particularly comfortable doing, but that happiness will return. This is just a minor blip and it's all in your head, to be perfectly honest. I don't usually do this, but because this is such a sexy deck, I'm going to just lay 2 more cards down for the to break down the moon as it was. And if we get the High Priestess, I'm going to be raging. So what we got here? Look, the High Priestess. Could you believe it? And the Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords. Right, so we're breaking down this moon sense, and the other moon card comes up. That's amazing. So again, yeah, you're just going to need to just trust your own instincts. The happiness will return. This trap that you've caged yourself in, this Nine of Swords, I don't know if you're going to be getting sleepless nights. It's just down to a little bit of emotion, and you know that. You know this. You're a Virgo. You probably understand that about yourself. But here is the Page of Swords coming along to cut it all out of the way. The Page of Swords is a kind of a childlike and young sense of learning, I would say. I'm feeling a kind of a learning thing. You're eventually going to say, look, this is nonsense. Let's just cut away this rubbish. So it's very cyclical. I've lost the ability to speak, obviously, but it's just something that you're going to have to work through, and work through it you shall. I can only imagine this is going to be really, really quick. Pesky High Priestess there, another cracking card. Don't know if you can see a great deal of... You've got some moonstone, a pomegranate. I believe that is Horus. Beautiful, beautiful. So Virgo moon, Virgo sun, you're happy, and then you start thinking about things, you start using your imagination, and this makes you go, oh no, I can't be doing that, I can't be doing that, this is far too emotional. But you know, your guts will tell you that this is fine. If I just hold on to that logical sword nature that I've got, I will soon cut away this ephemeral stuff. So it's almost as if we can just remove all these and just have this nice little train of thought here, from happiness, uncertainty to bosh, let's get rid of that. I imagine it's not going to take that long either, if that makes sense. So that was for you, Virgo. Hope it helps. I'm the Hidden Hermit. Thanks for watching.